Okay, let's try this again. So this is an old train station. I don't know what part the video cut off. This is an old train station. There's the depot. And I figured since we're early for the oncologist, I really didn't put my walking shoes on. These are far from walking shoes. I figured we'd go for a little walk. So come on, get your zapatos on and let's go for a little walk. Let me know how the weather is by where you live. I love hearing from other countries. I just love it. I'll probably add some music to this because I don't have too much to say. For a change, huh? I don't want to complain, so that's out. I don't know what I was saying is I would love to live there. How cool would that be? Because you could just take a walk downtown. Right behind there is downtown. It's a very small downtown. I've taken you there before. But I actually have never walked with you. One day we'll do that. And it gets a little cooler. It's cool in the morning. Then right now it's 70, but in the sun it feels a little harder. Hotter, Michelle. Hotter than that. Where does Bella want to go now? She want to go back to that car already? She smells something. On Saturdays, this is where they have the little, what do you call it? The baked goods and whatnot. Bits and bobs. That's what it is. Bits and bobs. Bits and bobs. There's a little, what do you call it? Little dog store there. Very expensive. You know, there's no place around here that sells birds. I want a bird. I used to have a yellow parakeet. Okay, so maybe we do have I have some chit-chatting to talk about. It brought back a memory. So, a good memory too. When we lived in Florida, and I was a dog groomer, one of the other dog groomers bought me a yellow parakeet for my birthday. I'll never forget it. It was like yesterday. She bought me a little cage for it and my grooming table. As I walked in, we named him Tweety Bird. Oh, beautiful yellow parakeet. And me and hubby were healthy and working. And I would leave the TV on all day for Tweety Bird. And one day, he jumped on hubby's shoulder and said, "What you doing?" It was the cutest thing. So he would say, "What you doing?" He would love when hubby was taking a shower. He'd fly into the bathroom with Rob and look himself in the mirror and say, "Pretty bird. Oh, such a pretty bird." Oh, we love that bird. We love that bird. Sad part about it is, one morning, and of course it had to be in the wintertime. Now in the wintertime in Florida, well, this is more like northern Florida, so it does get a little cold. In fact, a few times it snowed. I mean, not like a lot of snow, just flurries. Flew on hubby's shoulder as he was going out the patio door. Never to see Tweety Bird again. We both were heartbroken. Oh, she's getting ready to. I gotta hold her because when she does that, that means she wants to run. And I don't want her to go crazy on me. So ever since then, I always wanted another parakeet. They can talk. But you really got to be, like, every day, every time you think about it, just talk to the bird, talk to the bird, talk to the bird. And eventually, and take him out of the cage, I used to leave the cage door open so he can go in and out as he pleased. Of course, at night he would go in and I'd tuck him in with a towel. Oh, I love that bird. I was telling Hubby this morning, I said, I want another dog. He's like, Michelle, there's hardly any room here for me and you and Bella. And you want another dog? No. Like, I know. It's not very feasible. But Bella wants a brother or sister. I prefer female dogs. Now, I've had male dogs. I've always had, when I was growing up, I always had male dogs. Except for the black poodle that my birth mother, bought me. Chanel was her name. And, what was I getting at? Anyways, I like black dogs too. Like even black and white dogs. I don't know why, but I just do. Especially if their coat is beautiful. Like my Samson was a boxer lab mix. Beautiful. Handsome guy. I also trained him not to be a ESA dog or I'm out of breath already. Or a service dog, but just your basic training. They call it a Good Samaritan training. So they're used to people, they're used to crowds, they're used to other animals. And it's really good to train your dog that way. Because, you never know. And you'd never want your dog to be mean and attack other dogs or other cats, for that matter. Now, Miss Belle here, she does like to chase cats. Ever since I rescued her from the pound, they had a bunch of feral cats that they would let loose. I'm sure they weren't feral, they were fixed, but they were still loose in the pound. And boy, she wanted to chase them. But, they're, no matter how good you train a dog, at the end of the day, they're still animals. It's that animal instinct. So, that's my little story for Tweety Bird. I don't know how Bella would act with a bird. She doesn't bother. When I feed the birds, when I have the money to buy bird food, she doesn't bother the birds at all. But I don't know how she would feel about having a bird in the house. I would probably, I don't know if I would clip the wings or not. It's best to clip the wings when you first get the bird. This way you could handle the bird much easier and they get used to you handling them and they're not frightened. And then you could let them grow out after a few months. I would say at least 6 months. But we would hold our hand out like this, and Tweety Bird would say, come on, Tweety Bird. And he would jump right on our hands, arms, and get on our shoulders, give us kisses. God, what did, you think. Like I said, they're animals, but why did he run away? Or fly away, actually. That was one time I didn't have the wings clipped. And he decided to take a ride on the wild side. Remember that song? Do, 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 do. Am I thinking of the same song? Now those are apartments over there, I believe. Okay, guys. My phone keeps saying it's running out of storage, and I hate deleting pictures. But someone told me if I go to Walmart, I could have them all transferred onto a disc. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I should have done. All right, guys. I hope you had a walk today. If not, maybe later this evening. I'll see you on the next update.